you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless. This is the quiz show where all the questions have been asked to 100 people before the show, and all our contestants have to do is come up with the answers those 100 people couldn't think of. Let's meet today's players. First up, we welcome EJ and Laura. Now, how do you two know each other, EJ?
Well, we went to Newcastle University together, and we happened to be in the same halls.
And what did you study?
I studied maths.
And what did you study, Laura?
I studied psychology.
Now, what do you like to get up to in your spare time?
I love running and swimming, and going to the cinema.
Do you have any particular kind of film you like?
Anything that makes me cry.
OK, anything that makes you cry. Laura?
Just the same, really. Just kind of going out, going to the cinema, socialising, really.
Very good. Well, a very, very warm welcome to you, EJ and Laura. It's lovely to have you on the show. And next we welcome Simon and Martin. Now, how do you two know each other, Simon?
Mark's my big brother.
What do you do, Simon?
I'm an owner-operator HGV driver, so I drive an 8-wheel tipper.
Oh, that's just the best. If my boys were here, they would be so excited about that. An 8-wheel tipper.
Yeah.
So basically, you go from heavy plant to heavy plant.
Yeah, we do a lot of road works. We've
Excellent.
been doing a lot on the M1 up by Milton Keynes.
Very good. What are you hoping is going to come up today, Simon?
I like my science. Always used to watch Tomorrow's World, like a nice bit of industrial archaeology, and Thunderbirds.
And Thunderbirds. Brilliant. OK, Martin, do you want to add anything to that?
Well, I like geography because I've been fortunate enough to travel around the world. I've visited all 5 continents.
Excellent. Well, lovely to have you here, Simon and Martin. Very, very warm welcome to you. And next we welcome back Rachel and Brian, who were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final, of course. This is your second and final chance. Now then, Rachel, remind us how you know each other.
This is my dad.
Excellent. Always lovely to have a father-daughter team. They always do quite well on Pointless. Brian, remind us what happened last time. It was round 2, I think. Was that right?
Political constituencies.
Oh, that's right. You answered correctly. We had Gordon Brown and Tony Blair from you, but...
Yeah, just too high, that's all.
Yeah, they polled quite high on that occasion. Rachel, what are you hoping is going to come up today?
English literature, theatre, maybe.
OK, Brian?
Television, music. I love music, although I've only ever been to 2 concerts.
Have you?
Yeah.
What were they?
Well, I went to see Wet, Wet, Wet with my wife. I bought her the tickets for Christmas thinking she'd take her sister, but she took me.
Yeah.
And then I took Rachel and her elder sister Charlotte to see Steps when they were about 10. So never knew one night could last so long.
Well, a warm welcome back to the show, Rachel and Brian. It's lovely to have you back. And finally, we welcome back Claire and Nat, who were on the show last time as well. Now, Claire, remind us how you two know each other.
We're primary school friends, but haven't seen each other really since then.
Brought back together through the social networks.
That's correct.
Nat, tell us what happened last time.
It was... we got to the head-to-head, and it was an anagrams of state capitals question, and my answer was neither a correct anagram nor even a state capital.
I tell you what, it was hard, that. Anything you'd like to see come up today, particularly?
I know quite a lot about animated films, really into my animated films, so...
Very good.
And also books of the Bible. I go to church, and when I was younger, there was a competition to memorise all 66.
Wow. So you've got them all.
I can't do that anymore, but you know...
But you've got a few in there.
A fair few.
A few obscure ones. And Claire, anything to do with Germany would be great.
Germany, theatre. German theatre would be the best combination.
Wow.
Maybe medieval German, you know.
Oh, that'd be too exciting for words.
Bit obscure.
Medieval German theatre. Anyway, warm welcome back, Claire and Nat. You did so well last time. We've got to have high hopes for you today. Very, very best of luck. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. His phone has been hacked by the papers, but the messages were so obscure they couldn't understand them. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hiya. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
So the news is we're still trying to get rid of this jackpot.
Yeah.
Biggest jackpot in Pointless history.
Oh, we are a squeak shy of 20 grand.
Yeah, we're one pointless answer away from 20 grand at the moment. It's up for grabs, isn't it? The money's
say.
all there. Round 1, when you hear the question, it's going to get a snigger from the audience. It's going to get a childish snigger. That's what it's going to get, and you should be ashamed of yourselves, all of you.
Can't wait for that. OK. Thanks very much indeed. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been asked to 100 people before the show. In order to get to the final round and be in with a chance of winning the jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers those 100 people couldn't think of. So the fewer of the 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points you'll score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. This is an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off an eye-watering £19,750. Worth winning. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our first category today is... it's words. Words. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending... in A-N-K. Words ending in A-N-K. Oh, Richard.
Yes, we're looking for any word that has its own entry in the Oxford Dictionary of English that ends in the letters A and K, please. As always, no proper nouns, no hyphenated words, trademarks, anything like that. We also won't allow anything that the Oxford Dictionary of English describes as vulgar slang, I'm afraid.
Nicely put. Thanks very much indeed. Richard, now then. Laura and EJ, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going first. Laura.
Right, OK. I've got a few in mind, but I'm going to go for rank.
Rank?
Yeah.
Rank. Says Laura, rank. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said rank. $52. 52.
Yeah, a big scorer, tough in that first podium, isn't it? All sorts of meanings, rank.
Simon.
Right, I'm going to go for sheepshank.
This is just a gift that keeps on giving, isn't it? Sheepshank, says Simon. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said sheepshank. Oh, very well done, Simon. I'm really hoping this might do what it promises to do. Oh, one! I thought that was going to take us up to 20,000.
Yeah, that's a terrific answer, Simon. Well played. Yeah, it's a type of knot. It's used to shorten the length of a rope temporarily. Sheepshank.
Now then, Rachel.
I've got a few in my head. I think I'm going to go for crank.
Crank.
Yeah.
Says Rachel, crank. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said crank. $24.
Well played, Rachel. Another good answer. Yeah, can mean an eccentric person or to start the crankshaft of a car, whichever you fancy.
Claire.
Yes. I'm trying to think of a long one, but I can't really. So I'm going to say flank.
Flank. Says Claire, flank. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 said flank. 14 for flank.
Yeah, a good low score there from Claire. It means well, amongst other things, it means the side of your body between the ribs and the hip.
OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Very much the best score of the past was Simon's lovely low score of 1. So, Simon and Martin, I'd have to say you are looking particularly strong at this stage of the game. Then we travel up to 14, where we find Claire and Nat. Then up to 24, where we find Rachel and Brian. And then up to 52, I'm afraid, where we find Laura and EJ. But, EJ, you've got the rest of this round to come up with a brilliant low-scoring answer. So let's hope you do that, and let's hope that's enough to keep you in the game. Very best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so we are looking for words ending in A-N-K. Now then, Nat, you are on 14. The high scorers are EJ and Laura on 52. So a score of 37 or less will be enough to see you through to the next round.
It's always difficult to know what's obscure in these ones, but I'm going to take my cue from another answer and just say shank.
Shank.
Yes.
Says Nat, shank. Here comes your red line. If you get below that red line, shank has done it for you and seen you into round 2. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said shank. It's right. Very well done. 18. Takes your total up to 32. Shank.
Well played, Nat. Safely through. Yeah, in an animal, the shank is below the flank. Also, in golf, to hit a shot off the heel of the club. It's a very bad thing to do.
Now then, Brian.
Spank.
Don't say it so saucily, Brian. Spank, says Brian. Spank. Now, there is your red line. If you get below that red line, you are through to the next round. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said spank. That's right. You've done it. Very well done. 21. Takes your total up to 45. Spank sees you through. Go on, then.
Yeah, spank. Yeah. I mean, we know what spank means.
OK, now then, Martin, you are on 1. The high scorers at this stage on 52 are EJ and Laura, which means a score of 50 or less will be enough to keep you in the game. Simon was just 1 away from a pointless answer. I'm thinking you might have found a pointless answer.
I think you're probably wrong, and strangely enough, I had 3 in my mind, and 2 have just gone. So I'll go for stank.
OK, let's see if that's right. Stank. Here's your red line. Can you get below it with stank? Very well done. You're in the next round. 23. 23 takes your total up to 24. Richard?
Yeah, past tense of stink, of course. So sort of like when a bad smell goes away.
Yeah, I guess. EJ, I have bad news. I'm afraid you are the high scorers even before you give your answer. But maybe, just maybe, you've got a brilliant answer that'll take us up to £20,000.
Well, to be honest, all the words that I had thought of have gone. The only thing I can think of, and it might be a proper noun, I'm not sure, but I'm going from the film Shawshank Redemption, and I'm going to say Shawshank.
Shawshank. Worth a punt.
Yeah.
Shawshank. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Shawshank. Is that allowed? No, bad luck. I mean, it's worth having a punt on that, but I'm afraid an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points, and that takes your total up to 152. Richard?
Yes, worth a punt. I couldn't save you. It's actually the exact opposite of the Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. The Shawshank sentence.
So did you have a...
Well, Jim, I've got 3, but I think probably the one I'd submit would be skank.
Skank. 4 points.
Oh!
Sorry about that.
No.
There's actually a couple... Shawshank was a perfectly good guess. There's a couple of shank words that would have given you a pointless answer. Let's take a look at all the pointless answers, though. Databank would have been a pointless answer. Gangplank. Obviously, you walk off to get off a ship or something. The green shank, which is a bird. Interbank, which no one had heard of till earlier this year when Bob Diamond made it famous. A mountebank, which is a deceiver or a con man, the sort of thing that P.G. Woodhouse talks about. Sandbank is a pointless answer. Well done if you said that. Scrimshank is someone who shirks their duty, a scrimshank. Stopbank and trank. And I'm not going to describe either of those because I am a scrimshank.
Fair enough. Thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair who'll be leaving us with their high score of 152. I'm so sorry, it's EJ and Laura. It's been lovely having you on the show. We will see you again next time. That's the good news. Meantime, thank you very much for playing, EJ and Laura. But for the 3 remaining pairs, it's now time for round 2. And so 4 pairs become 3 pairs, and at the end of this round, 3 pairs become 2. I'm just wondering which pair will be leaving us. Our category for round 2 is literary characters. Literary characters. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our question concerns fictional characters and their occupations. Fictional characters and their occupations. Richard.
Yes, on each pass we're going to show you the names of 6 fictional characters. You need to tell us the occupation most associated with that character, please. As always, a nice obscure answer will score you fewer points, but an incorrect answer will score you 100. It's going to be 12 in all, 12 occupations to guess at home. Good luck. See how far through the board you can go.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. So we are looking for the occupations of these famous fictional characters, and our first board has these people on it: Atticus Finch, Oliver Mellors, Hercule Poirot, Nick Bottom, Vianne Roche and Jean Brodie. I'll read those all one last time. Atticus Finch, Oliver Mellors, Hercule Poirot, Nick Bottom, Vianne Roche and Jean Brodie. There we are, 6 fictional characters. What are their professions? Martin.
I'll take Atticus Finch, and he was a lawyer.
Atticus Finch, lawyer, says Martin. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people knew that answer. Lawyer for Atticus Finch. Absolutely right.
Well played, Martin. The central character, of course, in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, Atticus Finch. It's my daughter's favourite book.
Is it?
She came to me delighted the other day because she just found out that Harper Lee was a woman, which to her makes it just even better. She was genuinely delighted.
Brilliant.
It's nice, isn't it?
That is nice. That's very nice. Brian.
I'm hoping Rachel's going to help with this one. I think Jean Brodie was a headmistress.
A headmistress, says Brian. A headmistress. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people knew that. Headmistress for Jean Brodie. Oh, bad luck, Brian. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. So you score the maximum of 100 points. I'm sorry, Richard.
Yeah, sorry, Brian. I'll give you the correct answer at the end of the pass.
So, Nat, we come to you, and you're the last person to have this board, so you can talk us through it, if you like.
OK, I don't know Oliver Mellors at all. Hercule Poirot is obviously detective. Nick Bottom, I'm wondering if he is the Shakespeare character from Much Ado About Nothing, in which case it's a weaver, but I don't know his first name. So I think I might go for Jean Brodie as well, because I don't know Vianne Roche. I'm going to say that Jean Brodie was a teacher.
A teacher, says Nat. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said teacher for Jean Brodie. Absolutely right. 50. 50 for teacher.
Yeah, well played, Nat. That's unlucky, Brian. I think you knew as soon as you gave the answer, actually, that it was... yeah, she wasn't the headmistress. Miss Mackay was the headmistress in the prime of Miss Jean Brodie. Played by Maggie Smith, of course, Jean Brodie in the film. If you'd gone for Weaver for Nick Bottom, you wouldn't have 50 points, you would have 1 point. Correct answer from Midsummer Night's Dream would have been a terrific answer, but would have been a risk. Oliver Mellors is a gamekeeper. He's Lady Chatterley's lover. Would have scored 6. Hercule Poirot, as he rightly says, a detective, but that would have scored 79. And you know Vianne Roche?
I happen to know that one. She's is a chocolatier.
Yeah, chocolatier. Yeah, from Joan Harris's Chocolat. Vianne Roche. 2 points for that one. So some low scorers there. Anyone who got all 6 of those, very well done. And Nick Bottom, the best answer on the board.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. We're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. 12. Once again, Martin and Simon looking very strong at this halfway point. Lovely low score there. Then up to 50 where we find Nat and Claire. Then up to 100 where we find Brian and Rachel. So, yes, Rachel, we need a low score from you in the next pass. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more fictional characters on the board, and here they are. We have got Billy Budd, Henry de Tamble, Yuri Zhivago, James Bond, Aibileen Clark, and Sweeney Todd. I'll read those all one last time. Billy Budd, Henry de Tamble, Yuri Zhivago, James Bond, Aibileen Clark, and Sweeney Todd. There we are, 6 more fictional characters, and we are looking for their occupations. And Claire, we need you to name the one you think the fewest of our 100 people will have known. You're on 50. The high scorers are Rachel and Brian on 100. If you can score 49 or less, you will avoid becoming our high scorers.
Well, I've heard of 3, but I haven't read much other than German books recently. And I don't think any of those is a character from a German book. So I'm going to have to go... It's going to be high, but I'm going to say Barbara Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd, Barber. OK, here's your red line. If you get below that red line with Barber, you are into the next round. Let's see if Barber is right for Sweeney Todd, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Absolutely right. 73. That takes your total up to 123. There's a lifeline for Rachel.
Yeah,
Richard.
a big score. Better than 100, though. Yeah, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So, Rachel, you're on 100. The high scorers are Claire and Nat on 123. A score of 22 or less keeps you in the game. Is this a good board for you?
The previous one was better. I'm going to go for one. I don't know if he's the title character, like Yuri Zhivago. So I'm going to say doctor.
You're going to say a doctor for Yuri Zhivago. Here comes your red line. Get below that red line and you are in the head-to-head. Dr. Zhivago, says Rachel. Is it right? How many people said it? If it is. It's right. 43, I'm afraid, Rachel. And I'm afraid that takes your total up to an unbeatable 143. Richard.
Yeah, correct answer there, Dr. Yuri Zhivago from the novel by Boris Pasternak, played by Omar Sharif in the film.
Now then, Simon, you're through whatever happens to the head-to-head because you won't overtake Rachel and Brian's high score of 143. But take us through the board. You're the last person to have this board.
Can't remember what Billy Budd does. Think it's something to do with the sea. James Bond, everyone will know. Never heard of Abilene Clark, but I'm going to go for Henry de Tamble, who works in a library, so presumably is a librarian.
Henry de Tamble, librarian, says Simon. No red line for you, you're already through, but let's see how many people said librarian for Henry de Tamble. Absolutely right. Oh, very well done indeed, Simon. There we go. A pointless answer that adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking it up to the big round £20,000. Good Lord, that scores you nothing, leaves your total at 12. Fantastic play once again from the boys on the first podium there. Richard.
Yeah, 20 grand, very well done. That's a terrific answer as well. Yeah, he's the time traveller in Audrey Niffenegger's Time Traveller's Wife, Henry de Tamble. Let's have a look at the rest of them. Billy Budd, you're right, he has something to do with the sea. He's a sailor. 7 points would have scored you. James Bond is a spy. 89 points. Do you know Abilene Clark? It's, if you've read the book recently or seen the film, she is a maid in The Help.
Ah.
3 points.
Thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round two, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm sorry to say it's Rachel and Brian, 143. I'm afraid, no arguing with that. Yes, it was a tough second board, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let her down.
Yeah, oh, headmistress. Yeah. And you knew, as Richard said, the minute you'd said that. Bad luck. And I'm so sorry to say this is where we have to say goodbye. It's been lovely having you on both shows, but Rachel and Brian, thanks very much for playing. Great contestants. But for the remaining two pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Simon and Martin, Claire and Nat. You are now only one round away from the final and a chance to play for that whopping jackpot, which currently stands at £20,000. You're now going to go head-to-head, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. But the big difference is you are now allowed to confer. Well, best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here comes our first question, and it concerns European monarchs. European monarchs, Richard.
Yes, we're about to show you 5 pictures of reigning monarchs as of May 2012. We need you to tell us the name of the main European country that they reign over, please. As always, by country, we mean a member of the UN that is a sovereign state. Very best of luck.
OK, thanks very much indeed, Richard. Let's reveal our 5 European monarchs, and here they are. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 European monarchs. Simon and Martin, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you go first.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we go for that?
Yep.
OK. We're going to go for A, which we think is Spain.
A, Spain. say Simon and Martin. A, Spain. Now then, Claire and Nat, I have a feeling you might be able to talk us through the board.
No. We're having a bit of debate at the moment.
We're unsure if D or E is Denmark.
I think I've seen a video about her. She does production design on films and stuff. Why did you think D was...
I don't know, I think he's married to a blonde lady. And I think it's Denmark, but it could be Monaco, but that's not a sovereign state, is it? Just say E, Denmark, then.
You sure?
Mm.
I'm not sure, but we're going to go for E as being Denmark.
You're going to say E, Denmark, which means we have A, Spain, and E, Denmark. Now then, Simon and Martin, you have said A is Spain. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said A, Spain. Absolutely right. $20. So we're going to resolve this. Nat, you went with your gut. I think you won out there and said that E was Denmark. Claire was thinking D was Denmark. We'll find out which of you was right. Nat said E, Denmark. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said E, Denmark. It's absolutely right, Nat. Very, very well done. And it wins the point for you. Very well done indeed. 3. Well done. You held your nerve there, Nat, and it paid off in spades, which means after one question, you are up 1-0. Richard.
Yeah, terrific answer, Nat. That takes some guts, doesn't it, with this all this money on the line. Yeah, Queen Margrethe II of Denmark. You're absolutely right. She's a theatre designer as well. She recently did the costumes and the sets for the Nutcracker Suite. There you go. Let's take a look at the rest. B is... he does go British Royal, doesn't he?
He does a bit.
He does. That's actually Henri, the Grand Duke of Luxembourg. Would have scored nothing at all. It's a pointless answer, so very well done if you said that. That's terrific. C is Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands. Hello to all our Dutch viewers. I know there's plenty of them. That would have scored 13 points. And D, yeah, D, that's Prince Albert of Monaco, and he would have scored you 34 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So here comes your second question. Simon and Martin, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Best of luck with that. Our second question concerns Michael Caine films. Michael Caine films. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 sets of initials now. They all represent a different Michael Caine film. Can you pick the most obscure from this list? Good luck. OK, let's reveal the initials of our Michael Caine films, and here they are. We have got Z, ER, TCHR, TIJ, and HAHS. I'll read those all one last time. Z, ER, TCHR, TIJ, and HAHS. Claire and Nat, you go first this time.
OK, I'm going to kick myself when I see the others, but I think I can only think of the 2 most obvious ones. So I'll have to go for Z, Zulu.
OK, Z, Zulu, say Claire and Nat. Simon and Martin, talk us through the board.
Well, ER is Educating Rita, and TIJ is The Italian Job. But a bit like the other guys, the other 2 escape us. The Italian Job is probably so well known, so I think Educating Rita has got to be our choice. OK, Educating Rita, say Simon and Martin. So we have Zulu from Claire and Nat. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Zulu. Absolutely right. 62. And Simon and Martin have gone for Educating Rita. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said that. Absolutely right. Very well done indeed. You win the point. 4-7. That's a great score. Well done, Simon and Martin. That's exactly what you had to do. After 2 questions, you're back in the game. It's 1-1.
Yeah, well played, Simon and Martin. It's tense now, I have to say. Let's just fill in this board before we go on to that all-important last question. TIJ was The Italian Job, as I think both teams knew, would have scored you 40 points. Now, these other 2, which neither team knew, he won Oscars for both of these films. It's TCHR, it's The Cider House Rules. Won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for that, 3 points, and he won a Best Supporting Actor for this one as well. You must know this one. Essentially, this is Christmas round at your house.
Oh, Hannah and her sisters, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
That would have scored you 2 points, Anna and her sisters. Sandra's wife is called Hannah, and she has many sisters.
She has lots of sisters. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Here comes your third question. This is the decider. Whoever wins this goes through to the final and plays for that colossal jackpot. Best of luck, both pairs. It concerns photography. Richard.
Yeah, there's literally a photo finish for this one. We're going to show you 5 clues now to facts about photography. Can you pick the most obscure answer? Very, very best of luck to both teams.
OK, thanks, Richard. Let's reveal our 5 clues to facts about photography, and here they are. We have got the individual light-sensitive cell in a digital camera. The abbreviation SLR stands for this. The name for an adjustable 3-legged camera stand. English chemist first produced a photographic negative, and the box camera introduced by Kodak in 1900. I'll read those all one last time. The individual light-sensitive cell in a digital camera. The abbreviation SLR stands for this. The name for an adjustable 3-legged camera stand. The English chemist who first produced a photographic negative, and the box camera introduced by Kodak in 1900. There you are, 5 clues to facts about photography. Simon and Martin, once again, you go first.
Right, we're going to go for the English chemist, which was Henry Fox Talbot.
Henry Fox Talbot. Say Simon and Martin.
We hope.
Henry Fox Talbot. Maybe. Henry Fox Talbot. Sounds like a cracking answer to me. Claire and Nat, you can talk us through the board now.
Tripod.
Yeah, we've got
But that'll be too high.
Yeah, that'll be too big. I can't think what SLR stands for. I'm guessing L probably is lens. Individual light-sensitive cell in a digital camera. That could be a sensor. I can't think what the box camera is called. Just
guess the top. I think you should guess
yeah,
the top
I'm
one.
just gonna have a punt for the top one. I think it's just called a sensor. The individual light-sensitive cell in a just.
OK, you're going to say
Sensor.
a sensor. A sensor. OK, so we have our 2 answers. Simon and Martin have said Henry Fox Talbot. This to decide who goes through to the final to play for that enormous jackpot, our record-breaking jackpot of £20,000. Simon and Martin, Henry Fox Talbot. Is it right? How many people said it? It is right. Oh, 2! Wow, 2 for Henry Fox Talbot. Fantastic photography knowledge there from Simon and Martin. Now then, Claire and Nat, you need to score 1 point or less to get into the final round. You've said sensor for the light-sensitive cell in a digital camera. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said that. No, bad luck, Claire and Nat.
Brilliant.
Well, that means after 3 questions, Simon and Martin, you are through to the final 2-1.
Yeah, Henry Fox Talbot or William Henry Fox Talbot was the best answer on the board. Nothing you could have done there, guys, so terrifically well played, Simon and Martin. Very well done. Let's take a look through the rest. No, it's not a sensor, it's actually a pixel. A pixel, and then comes some picture element. That would have scored 6 points, so wouldn't have saved you. Would have been a good answer if you got it at home. The SLR, you're right, the L is lens, but it's single lens reflex. That would have scored 27. The tripod wouldn't have helped you, because that would have scored 85, and the box camera introduced by Kodak, I suspect plenty of people will know, was the box Brownie, and that would have scored 44 points.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid, Claire and Nat. Well, once again, you've made it through and you've stared into the abyss. But we have to send you packing. I'm sorry, and this time it really is goodbye, but it's been brilliant having you on the show. You've played so well on both shows. Claire and Nat, brilliant contestants. But for Simon and Martin, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Simon and Martin. You fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £20,000. Well, you have done so well. You've come through this show with some wonderful low scores all the way through the rounds. A pointless answer with Henry de Tamble. Brilliant low score with Henry Fox Talbot. Very impressive pointless knowledge. I mean, you could be on the cusp of making pointless history here and winning our biggest ever jackpot. I hope you brought a wheelbarrow with you. Well, very, very, very best of luck to you. You really deserve it. The rules are simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. That's it. We've had one pointless answer on the show today, and that was from you. You only have to find one more now, and you will go home with that £20,000. I mean, it won't even be hard to split. We've made it as easy as we possibly can. First, though, you have to choose a category, and you have a choice of 5 options, and they are British actors, place names, international pop, UK politics, sportsman.
Well, sportsman, we could do sportsman. UK politics could be anything.
Place names. What's
Place names could be good. International pop.
No,
don't fancy
no
international pop.
chance. British actors.
British actors who brings it
the
is.
films of whatever.
Place names have pretty well travelled, haven't we?
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be something off the wall, isn't it, really? You think?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Not a clue what it is, but yeah, we'll go for
We'll go for place names.
Place names it is. OK, very, very best of luck. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many single-vowel countries as they could. Single-vowel countries. Richard?
Yeah, what we're looking for, guys, we're looking for any country of the world that has only one of the vowels in its name, so A, E, I, O or U. It can have it more than once, so if we were looking for capital cities, for example, London would be an acceptable answer because it only has O's in it. Paris wouldn't because it's got an A and an I. And as always, by country, we mean a member of the UN that is a sovereign state. Very good luck, guys. £20,000. We all wish you well.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £20,000 jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Yemen. Oh, God, can't think of anything else. Canada. A, E, I. God, this is hard. I just can't think of any apart from them two. There must be loads.
Pakistan. It's got to be a small country. New Zealand.
Paraguay. No. Fiji. That'll do. That's a good one. No, Cook Islands doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Panama.
Yes, that'll do.
So we got Panama. Yeah.
10 seconds left.
Fiji, because Canada's no good.
Canada's no good. No, right. So should we go for those 3?
Panama, Fiji, Yemen.
Panama, Fiji, Yemen.
Don't care what we're looking at.
Yeah. Okay. No, that'll do. Them 3 will do. Yep. Okay.
OK, your time is up.
Yep.
We were looking for countries with a single vowel in their name. I now need your 3 answers.
Panama.
Panama.
Fiji.
Fiji.
Yemen.
Yemen. Good answers. Now, of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I reckon Panama might be.
All right.
And we both thought of Yemen first, so we'll put that first.
OK, so let's put them up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Yemen, Fiji, and Panama. OK, so we were looking for countries with a single vowel in their name. Your first answer was Yemen. I think that's a great answer, but you both came up with it quite quickly, so you've decided that's your least likely shot at a pointless answer. Now, remember, you only need to find one pointless answer to win that jackpot of £20,000. What would you do with £20,000, Simon?
Oh, nice cruise. Love our cruise.
Actually, a very nice cruise.
A very nice cruise.
Martin?
Similar travel, probably. I want to go to sort of the Arctic Circle and all of that. So, a nice cruise in the winter up to see the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Very good indeed. Well, very, very best of luck. 3 great answers there. 3 really good chances of winning that jackpot. Let's see if Yemen is right. We know that. Let's see how many people said the Yemen. Well, it's right. If this goes all the way down to 0, you will leave here with £20,000. It's still going down, down into single figures. Down it goes, still going. Oh, 1! 1! Ha! So, unfortunately, not a pointless answer.
No.
Not a pointless answer. Oh, that's pretty good going for your first one. The one you thought was least likely to be pointless. 1 person said it. So only 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. Your second answer, which came to you quite near the sort of last quarter of your allotted time, Fiji, it suddenly came in, has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £20,000. But there's a pretty good chance that maybe nobody else thought of Fiji. Let's find out. How many people said Fiji? Is it pointless? OK, so the Yemen took us all the way down to 1. Fiji, slightly more confident answer, now taking us down into single figures. Down it goes, still going down. Oh, 2. 2.
This is torture.
Oh. So 2 people came up with Fiji. You only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. Everything is now riding on Panama. We're looking for countries with a single vowel in your name. Your third and final answer, your most confident answer, was Panama. OK, to win the jackpot of £20,000, this has to be pointless. Let's find out. Panama. Did anybody say it for £20,000? So Yemen took us down to 1 point. Fiji took us down to 2 points. Let's see where Panama takes us. If this stops at 0, you are leaving here with £20,000. Yes, you've done it! Very well done indeed. That's fantastic. Thank you. Brilliant. Oh, wow. Oh, congratulations. Panama was a pointless answer, which means you go home with a jackpot of £20,000. Wow. Richard, what about that?
Absolutely brilliant. Well done, guys. You've been brilliant since the moment you set foot on that stage as well, so it's terrific. So well deserved. 3 brilliant answers as well. If you're going up the M1 anytime soon and you see a digger lorry gold-plated, that's Simon. Let's take a look at some of the other pointless answers. You can just watch these and just bask now. It's just for intellectual curiosity, because you've already done it, which is terrific. Comoros would have been a pointless answer. Congo would have been pointless. Kazakhstan, only got A's in it. Kyrgyzstan, it's only got 1 vowel at all, and that's right at the end there, the A. There's Panama and Seychelles, also a pointless answer. Those are all the pointless answers up there. There's only 6, and you found one of them. Absolutely terrific. Well played, guys. Brilliant. A brilliant way to finally give away that jackpot as well, isn't it? Well deserved.
Absolutely. Fantastically well done. Thanks once again to our winning players, Simon and Martin, who go away with today's record-breaking jackpot of £20,000. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
Sandy Togsvig and Omen Jalili drop by the One Show later at 7 here on BBC One. And there's more quizzing on BBC Two now with the Eggheads.